Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kobe and this is Kaetech Digital. Now in this video, what we're going to do is we want to recreate our Woocommerce My Account Page. Now this is a new dashboard that I've created for my account page. Okay, so this is what this a new dashboard. Okay, this is not how a Woocommerce dashboard looks like, but I have recreated this one. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, so I took the old dashboard and then recreated it to make it look like new. Okay, to make it look like it is not even Woocommerce. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can be able to do so using some few tricks. So let's jump into the video. So guys, this is the account page that we are going to redesign. So this is how it looks like over here, and we want to redesign it, making it, you know, look differently from the one that we see over here. So we're going to use Elementor to be able to redesign this page over here. So let's get into it. So to be able to design the page, I'm going to click over here and then click on edit page. But first of all, before I want to edit the page, I want to hide some certain things. So what I want to do is I want to hide this particular links which is over here and then recreate them using Elementor. So that is exactly what I want to do. So to do so, I'm going to go to customize over here. Now once you are here, we will be able to scroll down from the left side to where it says additional CSS. So click on additional CSS over here, and then we're going to just provide some few CSS over here to hide this particular section over here. So I have the CSS already set up over here. Now what I will do is it is two different codes. So the first one displays, you know, none or hide all the links over here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one over here, and as you can see, all the links are hidden. Okay, now if I remove it over here, you see that the links come back. Okay, so if I paste this particular one over here, all the links are hidden. That is the first code. Okay, so it says that WooCommerce account navigation we display none, meaning that we don't want to show anything over there, and that is the CSS code that we are using. Now the second part also is to make this one full width. Okay, 100% full width. So we want to make the content over here 100% full width. So what we are going to do is we're going to copy the second part of it also. Just copy this one and then come over here and paste it over here, and as you can see, it is 100% full width. Okay, meaning that everything in the content will be what filled 100% full width. And that is the first part of designing our WooCommerce page. So all what we need to do is to publish this one, and then we are good to go. So now if I close this one and come back to the page, you see that we do not have any navigation again. Now if you don't have navigation, how would you be able to navigate through your account page? And that is why we want to create our own navigation, make the thing very nice. Okay, we want to make the page really nice. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on edit page over here. All right guys, so what we are going to do is we'll close this particular one, and as you can see, this is the shortcode which runs the account page. So I want to copy this shortcode. I'm going to copy it in case it goes away, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click here to page over here. Now I'm going to change this template to Elementor full width. Okay, so I want to change this template to Elementor full width. So I'll click on default over here, and then I'm going to select Elementor full width. All right, so I'll select Elementor full width from here, and then just close the place. So now we have what the page as Elementor full width. I'm going to update it. All right, so now that it is updated, now we can go ahead to use Elementor to edit the page. So I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. All right guys, so we are in the Elementor page over here, and as you can see, this is our you know, widget with our shortcode in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on the plus sign over here, and then select, you know, the flex box over here, because I want to create a hero section over here. Okay, so just a simple hero section. I'm going to just click this one. I'm going to just use this one, and then I'm just going to give a minimum height of 350. Okay, and then I'll put everything in center. So I'm going to justify or center the the content and everything, the items in it. So I'm going to center them, and then I'll go to style over here, and then you can style the section over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a background image and then write something in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a background image over here. I'm just going to choose a background image for it, and then I'm going to write something that I want to write in it. So let's say I'll choose this particular image over here. I'm going to choose this one. All right, and then I'll scroll down, and with the position I'll maintain center. I'll choose for center, and then with the repeat over here I'm going to say no repeat. I don't want it to repeat. And then the display I'm going to make it what cover, okay, so that it's going to cover everywhere for me. So now this is what I like. Now what I will do is I'll give it a background overlay. Okay, so I'm going to give it a background overlay, and then the background type I'll give it a color. Okay, so I'm going to give it a color, and I'm going to choose a darker color. Okay, so I'm just going to choose a darker color over here. Now you see the overlay is still there, so I'm just the background is not really overlaid, so I'm just going to give it 0.85. okay, so yeah, this is quite okay for me, so that it blurs everything over here, or you can even increase it to anyhow you want to increase it. So let's say this is what quite okay for me. Now I can click over here. Okay, click over here and then drag in a heading widget inside it. All right, now over here I can type in anything I want to type. So let's say I want to type in account dashboard, or maybe dashboard. Okay, so just dashboard or account dashboard. Now you can't see it because the color is black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click over here and then change the color from black to white. And as you can see, you can now see it. Now I'm going to put it in center. Now you can't see it because I aligned everything in center. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to change the typography over here and make it Arial. Okay, so I want everything to be Arial. All right, so I'm going to pick this one over here and then just increase the font a little bit. So I'm just going to say maybe 45, which is quite okay. So now this is the hero section of my account dashboard. Now the next one I want to do is I want to just just create some buttons over here. Okay, so instead of icons with all the the thing that I how do I even say it? The ones that I hide. Okay, so I want to just use buttons to display it over here. Okay, or use icons and other stuff to display it over here. Now I can decide to either make it a sidebar over here, or just ignore it and then make it anyhow I want to make it. Okay, so it depends on you. It depends on how you want to style your thing, and depends on how you want to go about your design. Okay, but for me I'm just going to click on this one over here and then choose the flexbox container over here, and then what I will do is I'm going to choose this particular one. Okay, this one over here, and then I'm going to click in the middle over here, and what I will do is I'm going to put a container inside this particular container. So I'm just going to drag in a container inside it. Okay, and then the first container, what I will do is that is the outer container. I'm just going to give it a padding, a little bit of a padding. So I'll unlink this padding and give it a top of 50, and then a bottom also of let's say 50. Okay, so that is how it's going to be like. And then what I'll do is I created this particular inside container over here. So I'm just going to duplicate this particular container. so I can duplicate it. Okay, it depends on you how you want to make your thing. So I can duplicate this container, and it's going to be 2 over here. Okay, so you can still go ahead and duplicate this particular one also. It's going to be 3 different containers. Okay, so as you can see over here, 3 different containers. Now the navigation links that I decided to hide them. Okay, I have all the links over here. I copied all the links over here. Now of course you can also go to your backend and then check the links over there, but I have all the links over here. I have the dashboard links, I have the how do you call it, the others link, the downloads, the address, payment options, if you want to edit account, that is your account, and then also the logout link also over here. So what I will do is let me see how many links I have, so that I will know the number of what do you call it, buttons or icons that I'm going to use for what I'm doing. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so 7. I will just make 1 2 3 4 5 6, because this one I'm going to put it elsewhere. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. So what I will do is I'm going to just create 6 different buttons, okay, or 6 different containers. Okay, so that I'm going to put icon boxes in it. So I'm just going to duplicate this particular one, so that it's going to be 6. Okay, 6 different ones. Okay, or what I can do is I can just close this one. After doing these 3, then I duplicate it, so that the design will be very easy for me. So I'm going to go into this particular one over here, and then I can search for an icon box. So I can search for a box. Okay, and as you can see, we have image box, we have icon box. What I'm going to use is an icon box over here. So this is the icon box. I'm going to delete this one from here, and then over here I'm going to say maybe dashboard. Okay, so this is my dashboard. I'm going to click over here and then search for a dashboard icon or something. So I'm just going to search for something like a board or something which matches what I want. So I'm just going to use either this one or this one, but it depends on what you want to use, all the icon that you want to use. So I'm going to use this one for the the dashboard, and I go to a style, and then you can style it to match your website design. Okay, so you go to a style, and then you can increase the icon, the size, everything. You can decide to increase it. So let's make it like a 35. This is how it's going to be like. So if you want to make it like 55, this is how it's going to be like. So let's make it like a 55. Okay, so 55 is okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the color over here. Okay, and then you can decide to use either the theme, accent color, or choose any different color that you want. It depends on what you want to do. So I'm going to use the theme accent color. That is my brand colors over there. So basically I think this is okay, this is fine. But what I'll do is I'll just either click over here, edit the whole thing, or try to kind of like edit this particular one. So I'm going to go inside this one, and then I'm going to give it like a padding or a margin depending on what you want to do. But let's give it like a 25% margin. This is how it's going to be like. Okay, but I think I don't need that kind of margin, but padding, but I'm going to give it like a margin. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. So 25% over here, and then I'll use this particular one over here, and then go to it, advance over here, and then give it a padding of 15 all around. So it's going to be something like this. And then after giving it 15 all around, I can let me go to a style over here. Okay, so let me go to the advance over here, and then scroll down to this place and choose border. Okay, so I'm going to choose border over here, and then what I'll do is I'm going to just give it a border radius around it. Okay, so I'm going to just give it a solid border if you want it, and then I'm going to give it just 1. Okay, and then now I'll choose my color over here. Okay, so something like this. Okay, something like this over here. Now of course you can repeat all. Okay, you can repeat all depending on what you really want. So let me just go back over here, and then you can go ahead and then just repeat all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go yes, over here. Okay, go to its layout over here, and then with the padding over here, what I will do is I'm just going to click on link the padding over here, and then make the top like 35, and then the bottom also 35. Okay, I want it to be like kind of like a square or something, but I think this particular one is okay. And then what I will do again is let me just give it a margin of 25 over here, and this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so over here let me just decrease the bottom. Okay, so it's going to be something something like this. Okay, so something like this, but let me just ignore it. All right, and then use this particular one. Okay, use the container itself, this particular inner container itself, and then just give it padding of 35. Okay, so this is quite okay. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to duplicate this one and delete the rest. So I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'll duplicate it another one over here, making it 3, and then I'll delete this particular one, this 2 over here. So it's going to be something like this. So it's going to be something like this. Now over here I'm just going to choose others. Okay, so the others is going to be there. So this one, instead of dashboard, it's going to be others. Okay, so now I can just just pick a basket or something. Okay, so let me say basket. So I'll just pick a basket over here, shopping basket over here, and put it others over here. And then the third one, I'm going to use this one is what downloads. Okay, so over here it's going to be what downloads. So downloads, and then I'm going to go over here and then just choose a file. Okay, so just going to choose a file or download something to download. Okay, so this one is quite okay. I'll insert this one over here. So it's going to be something like this. Okay, so if you feel this is okay for you, you are good to go. Now what I will do is I'm just going to duplicate this particular one. I'm going to duplicate this whole section. Okay, so to duplicate it, I'm going to right click over here and then click on duplicate. All right, so this is how it's also going to be like. Okay, so it's going to be something like this. Okay, and that is what exactly how I want it. Now of course I can come over here and then go to padding over here, and then just unlink this once or remove this the upper or the top padding over here. Do the same way for the bottom padding. Okay, so I'm going to do this also one for the bottom padding, so that it's going to be something like this. Okay, so this is how I want it. Now over here I will just go over here and then say what address, and then we have payment methods, and then we also have edit, and then we have customers. But what I can also do is I can decide to put all of them over here, okay, underneath this one, so that it wouldn't be clumsy over here. Okay, so you can also decide to do so. So what I'll do is I'm just going to delete this one and make this one just as it is. Okay, so this one is quite okay. These three things over here is okay for me, and then the next three things I'm going to add them over here. Okay, so with this one that I made, I'm going to just click this place and then drag in a container over here. So I'm going to drag in a container over here. Then inside this container, with this container, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just reduce the width of the container. Okay, so instead of 1140, I'm going to make it like a 600. Okay, so a 600 is quite okay. And then inside this container, I'll just drag in another container in it. Okay, so I'm going to drag in another container inside this one. Then I'm going to duplicate this inside container like 4 times. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate it like 4 times. But with this one, what I'll do is with this main container which have the inside container, what I'll do is I'll just use a row horizontal rather, so that it's going to be something like this. So I'm just going to duplicate it like 4 times over here. It's going to be something like this. All right, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll add the icon boxes over here. So I'm going to add icon boxes. Okay, so you can add an icon or icon box depending on what you want. So let's say you add an icon over here, it's going to be something like this. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. But I want something I can write a name over there, so I'm going to delete this one and then just search for the icon box. So I'll use this particular one and put it over here. Now of course you can also decide to use an icon list depending on how you want it. So I'm going to just delete this particular one over here, and then I'll come over here, and then with the heading I'm just going to give it what is the next one. The next one is what? Address. So I'm just going to say maybe address, but I can use the first one, which is the fourth one over here, which is account first. So I'm just going to say account. Okay, I'm going to say account over here. Now let me just go inside this one and style it first, so that you see that the content over here, the title, I'm going to change it to white. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. And then I'll come over here and then change this one to arrow. Okay, and then use this one as 16. So it's going to be something like this. Now I'll come to this particular one, and then I'll just change it to maybe an account thing. So like let me use user. Okay, so just search for any thing relating to a user. So maybe this one or that one, or even this one, depending on how you want it. So let's say we want this particular one over here. We're going to choose this one, and then let's style it. So we want to style it, we want to make it nice. So we want to go to the icon itself, and then the icon, we're going to say it's supposed to be like 25, and then the color is supposed to be white. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, and then you see there is space over here. Okay, so let's go to this place, and then we can reduce the space. Okay, so let me see the box. Okay, so icon spacing is over here, so we can just reduce the space. Okay, we can just reduce the space and make it like this. So as you can see over here, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so over here I can click over here and then also reduce the spaces over here. So under layout, I'll go to the bottom over here, and then where we see gaps over here, I'm gonna give it a 0 gap, and this is how it's gonna be like. Okay, so you won't see much space over here. All right, so with this one, what I'll do is just going to copy this particular one, copy it, and then paste it over here. Paste it over here, paste it also over here, and then paste it also over here. All right, so this is how we're gonna see it. Okay, so I can come over here, and then instead of account, I'll come to this one, and then just go and then search for what address. Okay, so I'll say address. Okay, and then with the address, I'm gonna go to the icons over here, and then just use address like this. Okay, so this is what I want. So I'm going to use this particular thing over here, like you're editing an address or something. And then with this one is going to be payment. Okay, so payment method. So I'm going to go over here and then say payment. Okay, so payment. So with this one also, I'm just going to let me write card and see. Yeah, so you see, you can see the payment cards over here. So I'm going to just use this MasterCard or Visa card thing over here, and this is how it's going to be like. And then the last one is log out. Okay, so log out, and then I'll come over here and then search for log out or sign out. Okay, so sign in over here, and where is sign out? Sign out to is over here. So I'm going to just use this one and click over it. So this is how it's going to be like. So as you can see, I have the main thing on top over here, and then the rest below over here, and that is it. So if you feel like the spaces is too much, you click over here and then go to advanced over here, and then you can take off all the padding. Okay, so you can give a padding of 0, and as you can see, it is now falling in place over here. Okay, so that is what basically it. Now of course we can decide to also click over here and then reduce the size of this one. Go to its layout, and then you see this one over here, we can make it like 800. Okay, so this is how it's also going to be like. Okay, if you still want to make it like the 600 that you use this one for, of course you can do so. So we can decide to make it like 650. All right, so we can make it like 650 over here. And the reason why I'm making it, I want to give a line above this one. So I'll go to let's go to style over here, and then I'll go to scroll down and go to border. Okay, I want to give a border, a solid border over here. So I'm gonna give the only the top border. So I'm gonna give just 2, and then with the I'm gonna give it a white border. Okay, so I don't see the border appearing. I don't know why it's not coming, but it's supposed to come. Oh, okay, so this is what we are supposed to use, this particular one. Okay, so we're gonna go to it, style over here, go to border over here, and then click over here and then give it a solid border, and then we come over here and then give it a 2 over here. Okay, then we change this one to white. All right, so let's see how it looks like if it is working. So as you can see, this is how it's gonna be like. Okay, of course you can also give it a bottom border, also like a 2 over there, and let's see how this one also looks like. So it's gonna be something like this, which is quite okay, which is nice. Of course you can design it anyhow you want it, depending on how you want it. So now as you can see, everything is working perfectly fine, but what we haven't done is we haven't done any links. Okay, so over here what I will do is I'm just gonna click over here, and then this is the container itself. Okay, I want to make sure this one is like a 900. Okay, so 900 is quite okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to center everything. Okay, center all the items, everything, and then I'll give it a padding. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and give it a padding. So let me just give it unlink this padding and give it a 50 over here, and then the bottom also should be 50. Okay, so now the next thing we have to do is to give it all the links over here. So we're going to what, link all of them. Okay, that is exactly what we want to do. So let's start from the dashboard. So I'm going to go over here and then copy my account over here. Just copy the link, come to this place, click over here, and then go to content over here, and then scroll down. You see there is a link over there. Just put it over here. Okay, and that is it. The same way to others. Come over here, go over here, copy your others links also over here. Just copy it. Now the reason why I copied all the links is when you open your old account, you can be able to just right click on the navigations and then you copy them. Okay, just right click on the navigations and then you can be able to copy all of them. So you copy this one and then you scroll down over here and then you paste it over here. Now you do same for downloads also. So you're gonna go over here, come over here, and then look for downloads, copy this one, and then scroll down and paste the link also over there. Now we're gonna do so for this ones also. So with our account, we're gonna go over here, click over here, and then the account is this one. Okay, so edit account, copy it, come to content over here, scroll down, and then paste it over here. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be like. So you do the same thing for all of them. Let's do for payment also. So we're gonna go for payment. Let me see, payment is here. Click over here, you scroll down, and then you paste it over here. Now we go for address. Let me just copy this one. Where is the address? This one. Copy this one. Scroll down, come over here, and you paste it over here. Now the last one is the logout. Okay, so we also come over here, then copy the logout, which is the long one over here. Just copy it, come over here, and then scroll down and then paste it over here. So now guys, as you can see, we have what we've done all of them. So we can go ahead and update it. All right, so now if you go to the front end, so I'm going to go to the front end, view the page in a new tab over here for you to see how our account page is now looking like. So now this is how our account page looks like. Now if I click on others, okay, it's gonna what open the others page for me, and this is what it says, that there are no you've not made any orders yet. The same thing if I go over here and I click on this one, this is how it's gonna what it's gonna open for me. It says what there are no downloads yet. Okay, and if I go ahead and then also click on payment also, I'll be able to see my payment details also over here. So no saved methods found. The same way if I click on address also, I'll be able to see my address over here. So you see the shipping address and other stuff, you're gonna see it over here. And if I go to account also, I'll be able to edit all my account details. Okay, so that is what that is. So I see I'll be able to edit everything, change my password and everything all over here. So that is what that is it. Now let me go back to my dashboard. Now if I click on this one, it's gonna log me out. Okay, so that is it. Now there is one thing I want you guys to also understand. Now if you change this one to this, then you need to hide certain things. So for instance, first of all, you need to convert this one. Make sure that you convert this one to mobile responsive. Okay, so if you go over here, you need to make sure that everything is with mobile responsive. Make sure that you click on the responsive mode over here and then see how it looks like in all aspects of your device. So over here you see it looks pretty bad. It doesn't really look good over here, so you can click over here and then restructure everything. So instead of 35, you can make it like a 15, okay, depending on how you want it. And then even with this one, we can go to the extent of going to the main layout over here, come here, and then if you want to even give it a gap, but let's click on the navigator to see our so you see this is the content over here. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so these are all 1, 2, 3. So these are the things that we want to deal with. Okay, so over here I can go to here and then let me give it a gap of, let's say, 0. Okay, and then let me also go over here, go to it, advanced over here, and see there is a padding over here. But the most important thing is this particular one. Okay, so the dashboard. So I'm going to go to style over here and then go to content over here, and then I'm going to change the typography. I'm going to change it to Arial. Okay, and then change this one to, let's say, 18. So it's going to be something like this. So if you want to also change the icon size and other stuff, you can do so. So instead of 55, we can make it like a 45. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. And then with the box over here, we can just decrease the spacing over here. And then also we go to advanced over here, and we can also decrease the padding also over here. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so we just have to copy this one and then paste style over here, paste style. We copy this one and we paste style. Now we do same for the main one. We copy it and then we also paste style, copy this one and then paste style. So now you're gonna see that you have responsive thing over here. So you also do same for all the rest if they are not responsive. If you go to the mobile side also, this is how it's going to show. Okay, now of course if you don't want it this way, you can have a way of making it nicely. Okay, so to do so, just reduce this one, go to this place, instead of 45 just make it like a 35. Okay, and then with this one, they are all what do you call it, they are all different how do you call it, containers. So we're gonna go over here, and then instead of the box, we want to change it to full width over here. And then with the full width, what we will do is we'll change this one to percentage. Okay, so we're gonna give this one like 50%, so it's gonna be something like this. Okay, but of course you can give it like a 20% if you want. Okay, so 20% over here. Okay, so I'm gonna just copy this one, come over here and then paste style over here. Okay, the same thing, paste style over here and then paste style also over here. So it's gonna be something like this. So 20, 20, 24 is gonna be what, 80. So you can still go over here, and instead of 20, 24, you can make it like a 25. Okay, so we can copy this one. Let's paste style, copy this, paste style over here, and then also paste style over here. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, and now you can go ahead and reduce the the sizes of everything. So you go to the icon, instead of 15 25, you can make it like maybe 18 or so. Go to the 8 content over here. You can reduce the size, instead of 16, you can make it like a 14. Okay, just for it to have space to breathe. Now we can do so for all of them. Copy this one. We're gonna paste style. Copy this one, paste style, paste style. All right, so as you can see, this is how all of them would have spaces to breathe in. And now we are done with this one. Now this one also, I still want to reduce it a little bit, so I'm gonna go over here, and then even with the 35, I still want to reduce it a little bit, making it like 25, which is okay. And with this one also, I'll click on this particular one and then go to layout over here, and then with the minimum height, I'm going to reduce it a little bit. Okay, so you see that I'm going to have something like this. Now the same way we did for this one, we can also do same for this ones also over here. Okay, so depending on how you want it and what you want, you can do it. So I'm going to just click on this one, go over here. I'm going to link the padding over here. I'm going to just link the padding and give it like all around padding of, let's say, 20. Okay, so that spaces will be around it. Okay, and basically, yeah, that is it. So with this one also, I can just click over here and go to advanced over here, unlink the padding over here, and I think this one is good. So let's say I want to make it like 1, 2, and then 3. So I can make this particular one, go to it advanced over here. So this one over here, go to it advanced. I will just change this one to full width. Okay, and then come over here and set this one to percentage. Now I can come over here and change it to 50%. Okay, and I will do same for this particular one also, or I can decide to just copy and then paste style. So you see, I copied, I paste style, but still there is this one couldn't go over here. Okay, now let's see why it couldn't. Let's go over here and then see there is a margin over here. Okay, so let's say we want to remove all the margins over here, and do same for this particular one also. Let's go over here and remove all the margins also over here. So I'm gonna make it like it still didn't fit. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm gonna come over here, come here, let me just click on this particular one, and then instead of the 15, I'm gonna give it like a 10. Okay, the same way I'll click over here, go to advanced, instead of the 15, I'll give it like a 10, and then I'll reduce this one. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, instead of 50, I'm going to give it like a 45. The same way, instead of 50 over here, I will give it like a 45, and as you can see, it fits over here perfectly well. Okay, so now we have this one fitting perfectly well. We can also reduce the sizes of all these things over here. Okay, we can reduce the sizes. So before that, let me just click on this one and then see the main container, the layout over here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just unlink this one and make it like a 0. Okay, so the distance over here is not that much. I'm going to go over here and then go to advanced over here and also give it a 0 margin. It's going to be something like this. Okay, so basically what I can do is I can just move it back to 50-50 and see how it behaves. So I'm going to move this one back to 50%, move this one to 50%. So now as you can see, it fits perfectly well. So now I like it that way. This way is quite okay for me than the previous one. So I want this one to be dashboard, others, and then downloads, and it is now mobile responsive for me. So I can just update it over here and I'm good to go. So now that I have this one done, now my website is what my dashboard is mobile responsive. But if I come to the front end over here, let's say I come to the front end over here, and then I want to log out. Okay, so I come over here and then I click on log out over here. Now I'm still going to see all these things over here. Okay, so let's try, and then, or let me just open it in a new lab. I don't want open it in a new tab. I don't want to open it in a new incognito tab. Okay, I don't want to, you know, try to mess log in again and all that stuff. So let me just go over here and then just open it in a new incognito. So I'm going to come over here in a new incognito window, and I'm going to just enter, and as you can see, our account dashboard still have these things over here. Okay, which is not what we want. We want to, when the person is not logged in, the person shouldn't see these things at all. Okay, we want to hide them. Okay, so we have to try as much as possible to hide these things. Okay, and this is where our next one come into play, and that is what we call the visibility, Elementor visibility plugin. So what we're going to do is we want to install a visibility plugin that will hide all the you know, the sections or the containers that we don't need when we are not logged in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our website dashboard, and then we install a plugin. Okay, so we're going to install a plugin, a new plugin that will help us do just that. So we're going to click on add new plugin over here. All right, so now that we are over here, what we have to do is to search for a plugin called visibility logic for Elementor. And that is the plugin that we're going to use. So this is the plugin that we're going to use, visibility logic for Elementor. Now let's click on install now over here, and then after it has been installed, we're going to click on activate to activate the plugin. So we click on activate to activate the plugin. Now that the plugin is activated, let's go to the installed plugin section to see where we'll find our plugin. And as you can see, let's scroll down. You're gonna see visibility logic for Elementor over here. So now let's come to our Elementor page that we are designing, and let's refresh the page, and then to make the plugin that we installed you know, activated in the Elementor page builder. All right guys, so we've refreshed our website, our page over here. Now we want to hide this container. Okay, this whole container over here, and this particular container also over here. Okay, so now you realize that when we click this over here, this 6 dots over here, we see this tax visibility over here. Okay, so that is what we want to use. Just click on it, and now it will tell you to enable the visibility. So you can enable it, or you can hide it when it is empty, meaning that there is nothing over there. That section doesn't have anything. So we're going to enable the visibility over here, and when you enable it, what it's going to do is it wants you to either show or hide. Okay, so you can choose any action that you want you know, this plugin to do for you. Now I want it to hide. Okay, so hide condition type all, and then you come over here and you see this one which says user role. We're going to click on it, and then we want to say enable this particular one. Okay, so we want to, you know, hide it from all logged out users. Okay, or guests. Okay, so all guests should be you know, should be shouldn't see this particular section over here. So we want to put it over here as guest. Okay, and that is it. So meaning that when the logged out user or somebody who is not logged in will not be able to see this whole container over here. Now we're going to do same for this particular one also. So we click over here and then we go to stacks visibility over here. We enable this one and then we say hide, and then we go ahead and then we go to the user role. We enable this one also, and then we say that we want to hide it from guest. Okay, now let's just go ahead and update this particular one. So now that it is updated, we're going to open our incognito over here and refresh it and see what we have done, if it is what reflected. Now as you can see, it is no more here. Okay, now we can only have our login and register page over here, and that is what we want. Okay, so that is how you can be able to hide widgets from guest or logged out users. Okay, so basically this is exactly what we want. This is how you can be able to customize your Woocommerce My Account page to make it your own, to make it reflect your brand, and then to make people think that you are not even using WooCommerce. Okay, so I hope this video helps you to be able to rebrand yourself and then also recreate your account page as new. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Kobe. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's grow together. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.